Coming back to Black Creek Outfitters. We're gonna demo some more kayaks. We're gonna come here today for a paddleboard class, but it's too windy, so they decided to call it off. And so gave me an idea. Just go ahead and since we're heading out here already, we're gonna test out some more kayaks just to make sure that the one I've chosen is the right one. So let's get out there on the water. The Mirage Outback Camo series. Let's see how heavy this guy is. Oh yeah, it's got some. The front's not bad to pick up. Just trying to compare. This is about what, 80 something pounds? 81. Okay.
Let me show you the seat adjustment real quick.
I need it the shorter the better. Oh, I'm sorry.
How's it snapping in there?
It basically is sitting on a track right now, and as I put pressure on it and it closes down, it should have locked. Well, so see this guy here?
Let me see.
Like basically is your main.
Now you can move that up and down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that.
Once you put the seat on there, it's a lot easier because there's an actual switch on there.
I didn't know you could raise the front up and down like that.
Oh yeah. There it goes. So how you raise the front? You pull this silver tab here. You pull it outward, and as you pull it outward, it allows you to raise and lower and it locks in place.
Oh, sweet.
Now the back is obviously a little steep right now, so you just pull this guy out. Lean it back, snaps into place. And how the back works is basically it kind of eats all the slack you're going to give it, so if you pull it and lean forward, it's going to keep you at that position.
If you pull the tab?
Yeah, if you pull the tab, lean back, and then let go of the tab, and it'll pretty much stay in that position. It's something you guys can feel out when you're in there.
Okay.
Play around with it a little bit. What else is there? Lumbar support here. I'll pop this out and loosen this all the way. So when you go back to push it back in, twist it. As you twist it, you get more and more lumbar support.
So yeah, how do you pull that out again?
Just pull it straight back.
Okay, and it resets it?
Yep. And as you're sitting on it, with the pressure you sitting on it, it's going to reset. Then you just turn around, push it back in until it snaps, and then you're just going to twist it again, and it'll start all over again.
Okay.
Pretty simple. That's all there really is to the seat right there. It's super comfortable though, especially when you get the right adjustment just right. I kind of like to leave the front up a little bit and let the back down, almost like a recline position. It's pretty nice, pretty comfy, especially when your foot on the your feet on the Mirage drive, how the movement is. It's pretty relaxing. So.
And as far as like her height, with going from like if I was going, she was using it and then I got into it.
Right.
How would I adjust the
foot
pedals?
Foot pedals here. Let me pull this out and show you this. So how this is going to work is basically, so these silver here, you basically push this inward like so, and you're free to move on this right here. So for someone short, it's obviously going to be closer, around 3 or 4, it's all something you're going to size and figure out. And then once you push it in the right position, it should snap right into place.
And do you move both of them to the same place?
Yeah, always want to move both of them to the same place.
Okay.
That's all there is to it. That's all the adjustment needed.
Okay, so for her, it should be like a 3, then me, I'd move back to like a 5.
As soon as she gets inside, I'll help her out.
Okay.
Very short.
Alright, awesome. Now the next thing is going to be the rudder control. I'll show you the whole way. Yep, that's your left and right. Now it's obviously up right now in the up position, so we're going to go ahead and pull this down. Now pull it down, it's going to feel like it doesn't want to go down right here. You see that, Mike?
Yeah.
Now that's just because there's bungee tension in there, so you have to keep pulling. Pull it all the way. You'll hear it splash in the water behind you. There's a cleat right here. See this black cleat? Put that right in, it keeps it down.
Oh, it's got a cleat?
Yeah, it's got a cleat right here
to keep it down.
So the other one didn't have that?
No.
The other one's a little different.
Oh, okay.
Now the reason
The older ones,
there is because you can roll without the cleat, and say you don't cleat it, the rudder will still be down, okay? You can still steer with it. The only thing is if anything hits it, the rudder will just go right back up from where it came from.
I like that.
That's for perfect.
That's
for
a
shallow
newer.
waters, right?
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
exactly.
especially out in the creeks and stuff.
Exactly.
Because you just come up on the shallows real quick sometimes.
Right now, where's your jack? So what? You pull it down. I'll lock in the cleat. Now, when it's cleated down, you might worry that the rudder will stand damage because it's obviously not going to go up if anything hits it. But the cool thing is this little gray pin back there at the top. It's actually a replaceable shock pin there, so that's actually made to break if anything hits the rudder too hard. So what that does is save the whole entire rudder housing. All you have to do is insert another pin, and you're ready to go.
And that's the extra one underneath the underneath there. Yep. Gotcha.
So for this, we're going to keep the rudder down. If you ever want to pull the rudder up, just uncleat it first, and you can pull it up. Okay. So go out there and play around with it. Try it out.
All right.
I'm gonna send Mike out right behind you in the PA here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
He's gonna get to break it. Sorry in advance.
Mike, I'm gonna show you
Yes,
the
sir.
seat adjustments on this guy. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
So pretty simple. The two main adjustments for the back panel and the lower panel all going to be on the arms themselves. You see here, it shows a little diagram. Obviously, it's going to be the movement for the back, plus, minus. Twist it to the
Nice.
left. That easy. Now to go back down, so you want to recline it again, take your entire hand on this, push it forward,
Push it forward, okay.
and twist to the right.
And just lean back, okay.
That's simple. Same exact thing with the other side. Let's actually lower that down a little. There you go. Just a little bit brighter. Now you can play with it when you're out there. Remember the seat adjustment too? If you pull the back up, it's already going to catch in those legs there.
It's automatically gonna catch it. I don't have to do anything.
Right, now if you ever want to go down again, remember the seat's right here? Just pick up a little bit, pull that.
It goes down. Okay.
Pretty simple, right? What else is there? That's all there is to adjusting this seat. So,
Show me how you lift the like if I wanted to stand
oh, if
in
you
this
wanna
area.
stand- yeah, so there's a little knob right here. It's hard to see, but I can't really catch it. But you're basically going to lean forward or stand up, either way. And then you'll basically lift this loop off this right here.
Okay.
That's all it is, just a little Kevlar loop.
So you really don't even have to have that attached, do you?
No, you do. Because
Oh, you
it's the
do?
only thing that's going to keep the tension on the
Oh,
bottom here.
okay.
So whenever you want to, you unattach it. Lift this up and go out there and brace your leg. I mean, you know, brace these with the your legs on the inside.
Okay.
It helps a lot, the standing up part. Put this back on here.
What year is this one?
So 2017.
So okay, 17. Okay.
Should already be in forward. Full gear. All right, now when you get out there, or when you get in the boat, I'll show you how to drop these. You get it.
Okay.
Now, the skeg is going to be something you're going to play with and notice with the tracking ability. Go ahead and drop that rudder for me. Just pull it out of the gears. Pull it towards you. There you go. Keep going. There you go. Let it drop.
Then it drops right down.
Drops right down on its own. So now you're
Okay.
steering.
Okay.
The other thing is going to be the skeg here. The skeg is going to be something when you do long distance with a couple wind. Now, if you go head towards that fountain, you're going to get a crosswind that way. And that'd be probably a good opportunity to just drop the skeg and see what it looks like. Because you're going to be a little bit, you're going to be a lot steadier on your course. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to go ahead and try it now, you can. But just know that when you do a drop it, you're going to lose a little bit of turning ability. Just a slight
Okay.
here. It's
I'll
going
just
to be almost
leave
unnoticeable.
Move it up for now.
Yeah. So it's up to you. You do it whenever you want. You got your
Alright.
time out there. You get.
Oh, this is the turn right here on
Yes,
this side.
exactly. Now you can get that on both sides too if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Left or right or both. It's up to you. I think you got it, Mike.
All right. All right. All right. Let's go try it out.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
All right. Let's see how this thing. Oh yeah, you're sitting way up higher. There's Katie off in the Outback. So let's see about dropping this skeg down. See how the tracking is. It's pretty big, you know? Huh? It's pretty damn big. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like standing up, no issues. You're super stable.
I imagine. What is it, a fish finder or what is that?
Yeah, it's a fish finder on there.
Fish, maybe.
I'm serious. Yeah, they say it works. Let's see. Turn it on.
Do you get to keep the fish finder?
And that's extra.
Aw.
Can't see it though.
Oh, you're gonna crash into me. I need to hurry up.
Sorry. So it's got all these attachments on the side here. You got another little pocket here. I'm not sure what this is for. They're all rubber, so you don't have to worry about your hooks and stuff sticking. You got places right there in front when you slide your rods forward. Have another mesh pocket here. Rudder tension. This anchor trolley system right here, this anchor system right here is extra. Got your front hatch. And mount stuff too, so you don't have to drill into the plastic here. Let's see if I go in reverse. Let's go in reverse. It's pretty windy today. Have to what? Yeah, but not as hard as when you're paddling. So that's nice right here. That you have a bigger hatch, and with the Outback, you have to actually add a bigger rectangle hatch if you want a bigger hatch. What's that, babe? Want to race? Yeah, hold on a second. Let me turn around here. I know. Whew. Huh. Turn around easily, and this thing's pretty damn big. Let me pull that skeg up. Quick. I'm gonna race across here real quick. You ready? I know. All right, we're to the fountain. Okay, close to it. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be way too big for me for the purpose that we're going to be doing. Let's head back and I want you to get in here, and I'll get in that one again. So just this. So okay. Oh, it just feels good. It feels nice. Just the seat feels more comfortable to me. The way you sit in the actual kayak is more comfortable to me. It's a preference, you know. See how, woo, this thing. Definitely turning. really comfortable standing up. Man, I'm like loving it. Oh, she's standing up. Nice. Good job for her. She was so scared standing to stand up. Trying to get the seat to lock into a higher position. All right, so I'm gonna turn this rudder. As the wind blows you, you can keep at any angle or position you want to as the wind blows you. You have to keep using your paddle to readjust. That makes it really nice. This thing just scoots. I saw you stand up, baby. You did good. I'm so proud of you. Do it again.
I don't think I can. My legs are like...
You can do it. This is now, that was the first time she stood up in the kayak, y'all. She's in the Hobie I 12. Go ahead, baby. That's big, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. This is awesome. Go ahead and you got those handles on either side. Here she goes. There you go. That's the first time she's ever stood up in a kayak. Second time, but in the Pro 12. She hasn't tried this one, but eventually she will try. Yeah. You feel like you're in a boat. That's what you feel like. I mean, it's a kayak, but this one feels like it's just the right size.
I like that.
Like it's the perfect size, I think. And this is the color and everything. This is the kayak. And I felt like when I stood up, it's got like a, even though if you don't have the pads, don't feel like you're going to slip because it has a textured, it's real textured. And I don't have any flip-flops or anything on, and I can stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm like comfortable standing up. I don't feel like I'm gonna slip or fall or. And the way that this design is, it ramps. It's got like a slope to it, so the water is always right there in the mirage area. So you're not gonna get. I feel like you're not gonna get wet unless you are in some really open water and you have some water splashing in on you. But even then, this seat's gonna keep your butt dry. Yeah, this is definitely the one. I like that they did, like I was talking about, I didn't even know the new one had this. When you pull it out and you lock it in place. That was an issue, I'm assuming that they had a problem with that. And that was fixed with the 2017 model. So, if y'all watched my last video, I had an older model that I demoed here. I guess they did fix that. Love it, man. This is going to be the one. Loving it. The seat's comfortable. I got in the Hobie, in that Pro Angler, I just didn't feel comfortable in it. I mean, it felt just too much to me. This is all around perfect for, what I need. What I'm looking for. Love it. Man, I love it more. I mean, it's like, it's only my second time in it, but I'm like, This is
When you took out, didn't have the upgraded rudder, if I remember.
didn't have the upgraded rudder, and also I backed up with it, and when I was backing up, the rudder came up, and it took me like 3 times to get it to stay down.
Yeah.
And so I was
A cleat there.
I was mentioning, I was like, you know, they should have something that, but you know, here's
It is.
they did it. So I was like, okay, they actually, that must have been a problem,
Yeah.
and they fixed that. Yeah, definitely had to come back out and try it again just to see.
Of course. I'm glad you got to see the difference between the chairs and the turn.
Yeah, even though I mean, there's a lot of adjustment with that one. You know what I'm saying? So it would take you a good while probably to get yourself dialed in with that one.
Absolutely.
But with that one's, yeah, it's pretty easy to get dialed in.
Up high position right there.
Yeah, and I was trying to, it took me a second to get it locked in because I kept trying to go up to the highest position, and then finally just, when I
It's hard
started
to get those
going.
little prongs to kind of catch on the plastic back there.
Mhm.
It's so good. One other thing I didn't show you was a cool feature. It's already got 4 corner legs here, so you can take it out and use it as an actual chair if you'd like.
See, when you took the chair out,
There's 4 feet that kind of plug in here.
it can be a
So you can
beach
sit up-
chair.
You can sit up on a chair.
So if we go somewhere to a little island or something,
Our little place.
yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
Isn't it?
that is cool.
Nice
I
little
like
bonus
that.
feature of the chair.
So you don't think you need the grips for this? The grip stuff? I don't think.
The marine mat?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's pretty,
Yeah.
I was telling her, it's pretty
textured.
textured there now. I didn't have any issue with it didn't feel like I was going to slide or slip around, and most all the water is staying right in there. It doesn't.
Exactly. Doesn't
That was
really
what I was surprised about, is the way it's raised up, and then
The one thing that I think is also a bonus to the Outback compared to the Pro Angler is that the paddleability of this, actually getting the, the pulling up the rudder, flushing up the fins on the Mirage drive, and actually pulling out your paddle, and paddling is a lot easier. Paddling that guy's not.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one. But
Yeah.
this is much better.
Now let me ask you about the Mirage drive. As far as like, what kind of issues do y'all? I mean, do they have, as far as like if there is a problem that comes up or maintenance?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll show you. So these fins here are pretty hardcore durable. You can actually feel them.
Oh,
They
yeah?
don't flex that much. There's not much you can do to them. The worst case that usually happens is someone's going quite fast and they run into an object that could be sharp or jagged. Say an oyster is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they ever hit an oyster bar, the worst thing that can happen is either one, it chips the rubber pretty hard and it could cut all the way down to the steel shaft here. 2, the steel shaft here itself could actually be bent. And worst case scenario, replacing the steel shaft is about $40. Replacing the fin itself is another about probably 30, I think, 35, $40.
Okay.
So that's usually the worst case scenario that ever happens. I've seen one person lately on these MD-180s, one person actually hurt this boom pretty bad, and they actually like kind of broke it, but that was because they were using their own brute force against it. It wasn't an actual natural or like accident. They kind of just tried to keep fiddling with it and they broke it.
Okay.
That's the only problem I've seen so far.
How about these? You don't have any problems with these loosening up?
No, not at all. These are
Yeah.
lock washers, so once they get in there, once they get past the plastic, they're locked on there. They're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. What are these adjustments for?
It's kind of weird. It's almost like a toggle, so where you can actually see how much flex this is really going to get here, I believe. Other than that, I don't know exactly what the difference it makes, really. I think it's almost kind of just there to keep the fin on there.
Okay. And how about the salt water and I mean, what kind of
Salt water and all that stuff. So the maintenance you always want to do is you always want to rinse this thing off with fresh water after every single use, no matter what location you use it in, what environment you use it in. Always rinse it off with water.
Okay.
Secondly, depending on how much you use it during, average, I would probably say a monthly. I'd probably say twice a month. There's WD-40. All these exposed metal connections. So like the exposed metal wire there, the nuts, everything like exposed metal wires, chain. If you spray that down with WD-40 twice a month, it'll be a-okay.
Is it just WD-40 or
Yeah.
it can be any kind of lubricant?
Yeah, it can't be. You don't want to do like heavy oils or anything like thick stuff. You don't want anything too thick or globy. Just
Okay.
light WD-40.
Just
will do the
WD-40.
trick. Yep.
Okay.
Other than that, that is the only complaint I've gotten. These right here are plastic threaded here. That's only one downside I can think of, really. So they're made
Plastic threaded?
Yeah, so watch, I'll show
So there's
you.
no wire in here?
What's that?
Is
No
there a wire that goes in here?
No. You'll see, this is just a toggle. It's a plastic toggle. You see, as I'm doing it, it's plastic threads here. And
Yeah.
plastic threads on the inside. So the one thing I've seen, that was on the earlier models when they first came out,
You
but
got
I saw
extra.
these breaking off, and then the thread to be stuck in there and you have to replace this piece. But that's a warranty issue. Don't worry about that. We replace that for free, whatever happens.
How long is the warranty for?
I believe it is 2 years actually on every Hobie boat. Most Hobie boats except the inflatables. So it should be 2-year manufacturer warranty if anything goes wrong. And plus, they're really good about handling any situation, really. So even if it's an old boat, even if it's like 5 years from now, if you have a problem, they're going to take care of you quite well.
So if I have a problem, I'll just bring it to y'all?
Yep, exactly. We handle everything.
Do y'all do it in-house or y'all ship it off?
In-house most of the time, unless there's something super complex. Anything with the MD 180 drive, I can fix myself.
Okay.
I've torn apart these things completely. I know everything how they work.
Okay.
We fix anything that happens with the drive. Now the boat itself, most of the time we can really repair most of the stuff. Unless it's a super bad warranty issue, and that way they pretty much try to send you a new boat. That's what happens most of the time, if it's really that bad.
How thick are these? Because if you we do go through some oyster beds, you know what I'm saying? So
no, it's super thick, and the cool thing about the plastic is how it's molded is that if anything jagged like an oyster comes into it, the plastic instantly tries to push it out. And so as you're gliding along, you did make contact with something, the plastic's going to naturally try to push you off of it. So that way it doesn't keep going deeper and deeper into your hole. And the plastic's very thick. You're always going to get an oyster rash no matter where you go. What you do. It's going to be natural. But like I say, the plastic is heavy, hardcore duty. My 12-year-old Outback, I haven't had one hole in it yet. And that's lucky because I've parked it on oysters a million times. So.
Yeah.
Now, like I say, bumping into an oyster, like gliding and floating on top of an oyster is one thing, but direct contact, blunt force trauma is another thing.
Like coming up into a...
Yeah, exactly. Coming in very fast and bam.
Yeah.
That's usually a nightmare scenario. But even then, these things are pretty darn thick. So as long as you didn't get something just right at the wrong time or something like that, I believe these guys are going to hold up really well over time, especially many oysters you can run into. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the little hook right here, this bungee hook, that basically goes around the neck of one of these pedals here. And what that does is hold the pedals in that back position that keeps them completely folded up underneath the boat. So that way you don't have to worry about the Mirage drive. So as you get to use it more and more in real life scenarios, when you get shallow and you feel something like an oyster or something like that touch it, you instantly kind of want to put that hook on there and then pull up the rudder and just start getting your paddle.
Okay.
And that's typically what happens. You know, the Mirage drive is best.
The paddle comes with it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
2-piece carbon shaft paddle, fiberglass blades. You can beat the heck out of it and pretty much throw, you know, if you want to push off oyster or something like that, you don't have to second guess it. You're going.
Okay.
Very strong.
And let's say I was out in some rough water. Just let's say this right offshore. Like if I was going out from the beach, you know what I'm saying, and then I went over, you know. I have to worry about these guys. That's what I worry about, these coming out from being locked in.
Right. Very rarely do they come out of the actual click and go locks right there. They very rarely ever come out of there.
Because I see some people, they'll still put some type of
leash, right?
Leash on it. Yeah.
That's one of our #1 accessories here. Is always the Mirage drive leash. And what it is, basically a pad eye we install right here. It has a thick backing on it, so nothing can pull onto it. Basically, it tethers straight to the front of the Mirage drive right here.
Okay.
And so right there, it's connected all the way, no matter what, even if you flip it, which is already highly unlikely to come out of the boat. But if it does, it's still with the boat no matter what. Saves you $800 every time.
Oh, it's $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would want to get that.
Yeah, $20 versus $800.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Shit.
Be silly not to.
Okay.
It's pretty nice though. I think this is actually a really good deal of a boat, just the camo version itself, because when you tack on the price of what it would cost to upgrade to the turbo fins and the rudder itself, you're getting a heck of a deal.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
I want to say the regular ones, also now I'm thinking about it, the regular ones have a mesh pocket instead of a rubber pocket. The mesh pocket has a million little holes in it, so sometimes the hooks get stuck in if you guys are fishing or anything like that.
That's what we're mostly doing in it.
Exactly, so that's another nice upgrade that comes on the camo.
Alright guys, that's it. So if y'all enjoyed this, go ahead and like and subscribe.